Hello everyone, I haven't made a video like this ever in my life, but considering I'm in Thai quarantine, I thought I'd document it, and document my next 10 days alone in Bangkok, and see how it is, you know? Essentially, I flew into Thailand yesterday on the 26th of February 2022, and I entered Thailand under the alternative quarantine scheme, which basically meant I had to quarantine for 10 days in an official quarantine hotel. They exist basically in the capital. You know, I'm in Thailand for a month, so 10 days out of the month, so I've got 20 days to explore the country when I get out. But just enough, but you know what I mean. It's not great, I have to spend 10 of them in quarantine, but as the rules are in place. I'm from the UK, so we recently got rid of our COVID restrictions, so it's a bit annoying that they're still doing this, but you know, they have to, or they have to go by them, supposedly. Basically, this is what it's like. That's my view of the great city of Bangkok. As I've said, this is my second day of quarantine, so I arrived here yesterday roughly this time. It's about half eight in the morning. This is GMT +7, so yep, still a little bit jet lagged, because obviously you can't sleep on an aeroplane, can you? Especially one that's interconnecting flight 6 hours between Doha. So, a bit long, but oh well. This is my room, so I'm at the Luxor Bangkok hotel, so it's Egyptian themed despite the fact I'm in Thailand. But just nice, cool, got some beautiful artwork. Wi-Fi is really good here, you get top connection, room, place to put clothes. I'm backpacking, so got my backpack, smaller backpack, toiletries, you know, sort of like supplements because, you know, except vitamin D, I've got the ones you need. Television, Netflix as well. They give you about 12 bottles of, I'm on my third, but they give you 12 bottles of water, on 1.5 litres each to last you a while because obviously you can't really drink the tap water here. Toilet rolls, just other amenities, etc. You have a big, like, social space here. Social space, barely that, but it's sort of like a place you can work out and stuff. And you got a pretty nice toilet, and the shower's really nice as well. So, the feelings of isolation and quarantine. It's a weird one, because it's only the second day for me, so I've not been here that long, so maybe it hasn't kicked in yet. But it's a rather weird concept to have in the modern day. Yes, we have the internet, yes, we have technology, which keeps you connected with the outside world, but to not see a person, because obviously it's COVID secure, so, you know, you get a knock at the door and, you know, some guy wearing fucking PPE comes around and fucking, you know, drops your food off, and then I assume I have to have a COVID test later today, so, you know. But you're not really chatting to anybody, that's the thing. And, you know, I find that quite tough, challenging, not to have a human interaction for a day, or two, or in my case, 10. So it's going to be very challenging to see how these next 10 days go. In terms of the quality of the hotel, it's actually really good. Like, it's just, you know, they're abiding by the rules, you know, the food's good. Like, I've got some, like, wonton, I don't know what it's called here, but it's like some Thai soup or something. It's really good. Pardon me. Got some melon here, so yeah, they're feeding me well. The internet's good, and there's stuff to do, oddly enough. As my late father once said, if you're by yourself and you're not enjoying yourself, then you're in bad company. So you got to keep yourself going. You know what I mean? You got to keep your mind active, and you got to keep yourself going, etc. It's just tough. Obviously, the Thai government have these quarantine rules if you're not vaccinated. I didn't take the vaccine. It was a personal choice. You know, don't want to rush into these things. But so yeah, I'm kind of stuck in Thailand in quarantine for 10 days. But as I said, it's not too bad. It's just interesting, you know. It's interesting to see what a human can do in 10 days when they don't speak to anybody. But no, I'm alright. You know, calling my parents, calling my friends, got stuff to do, etc. It's weird adjusting to the time zones because this is my first time in Asia. So, obviously, being 7 hours ahead of nearly everybody I know, it's challenging to pick up on what people do. Challenging to call at certain times. Like, right now it's 8 o'clock, and so I can just about call people in the UK right now, obviously, but there's like a time zone, like, you know, from 2 o'clock till about, you know, 8 p.m. where, you know, not 8 p.m, like, you know, 3 o'clock, you know. There's a time in the afternoon where basically calling people in the UK is very challenging. But in terms of quarantine, etc., it's not too bad. It's just long, you know. It's just long. But, yeah, that's it really. If you're not vaccinated, this is the only way you can get into Thailand, I'm afraid. So you have to do what I'm doing and basically stay in an AQ quarantine hotel. It's not as bad. It's not that bad. It's just loneliness, and you can't help that. My advice for when you enter Thailand under the alternative quarantine system, if this is the way you're coming into the country, is give yourself a routine. Give yourself something to do for these 10 days, etc. You're by yourself. You've got no distractions from the outside world, other than calling people to stay sane. So what you've got to do is you've got to have a little routine in place. Okay, whether that's, you know, reading a book, doing a diary, yoga, meditation, etc., working out. You've got to keep your mind and body occupied, because 10 days, it's a long time, especially when you're, you know, doing absolutely nothing with yourself. So that's what I'll be doing. You know, I started reading the Da Vinci Code today, so I brought the book along with me from the UK. So I'm going to read a few more chapters of that, finish my breakfast, then probably do a little Muay Thai workout, because I've got some, you know, watch some YouTube videos, you know, yeah, just keep myself occupied, etc. And rest and repeat, do this every single day, and then the days will go much quicker that way. So it's all about keeping yourself occupied for these 10 days and give yourself a routine. That's my best way of getting out of the system, of, you know, enjoying your quarantine, because it's not that bad. Like, my friends joke around at home saying this is like you're like in jail for 10 days, and if it is a jail, it's a very nice jail. It's not like Thai jail, you know. If anyone's seen the film Prayer Before the Dawn, you know, the one with the actor who plays John Shelby, I forgot his name, but yeah, he's in it, and this is not like jail. You just can't leave your room, but it's a very nice room, and you get the internet. It's just hard. So give yourself a routine and give yourself something to do, and the time will go so much quicker that way.